With a record of 38 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and by way of
34 knockouts, from Karaganda, Kazakhstan, we have the WBA, WBC, IBO middleweight champion of the world, and also rings pound-for-pound champion, Gennady Triple G Golovkin.
And now making his way to the stage right now, tenemos el orgullo de México, Saúl Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo.
Canelo.
Thank you all for being here. This is the official final press conference for Canelo Golovkin 2. We're just 3 days away from the big fight, and just in, I got incredible news. We are officially sold out. So, it shows the magnitude and popularity of both fighters, obviously. We're really excited about that. There's still closed circuit tickets available, so many of the people that are going to be traveling here looking for tickets, you can still go and get the closed circuit. We have 4 places you can get them at, and you can get them obviously here at the MGM Grand Garden ticket office, or you can get them over the phone. You can get them over the phone at 1-800-745-3000 or online at www.ticketmaster.com. Obviously, a lot's been talked about this fight. We're happy to finally be here, and there's so much at stake. Not only Gennady's unblemished record, but he is also putting up his WBA and WBC belts on the line, Ring Magazine belts on the line, and obviously the throne as well for pound fighter, best fighter in the world. I want to thank Triple G, Tom Lawford, and his entire team. I want to thank Canelo's team for making all this possible. This is a case of both fighters putting everything aside and giving the fans what they want. The fans were thirsty for more after that first fight in September, and I'm happy to say that this Saturday they'll get round 13, and we can go on from there. So it's going to be a great event. HBO pay-per-view will be broadcasting the fight. You can see it live at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. And I'm also happy to say that Canelo and Golovkin will be in the ring by 8 p.m. on Saturday night. So that's a very important point. The prices for the closed circuit are $100. And again, they're still available, you can get them. And the first person I want to introduce you to come up and say a few words, was very, very important and instrumental in helping get this fight done. In fact, gave us the idea how to manage the gap to get the fight done. And he's the president of entertainment here at the MGM, and that's Mr. Richard Stern. Richard?
Thanks, Eric. Good afternoon to the media, our event partners, sponsors, and fight fans around the world watching today's event live from the Cirque du Soleil Cod Theater at the MGM Grand. We are confident boxing fans are going to witness one of the greatest rematches in the sport's history, and we're thrilled T-Mobile Arena will be the host. The arena is the industry leader for championship events, including boxing, UFC, and most recently, the Stanley Cup Finals. I'd like to welcome both Canelo and Triple G and their teams back to Las Vegas as we celebrate Mexican Independence Weekend. Fans will be treated to a tremendous fight on Saturday night, and we are prepared to once again show why this city is the sports and entertainment capital of the world. I'd like to give a special thanks to Oscar de la Hoya, Eric Gomez, Robert Gaspari, and the Golden Boy promotion staff, Tom Loeffler and the K2 promotions team, Peter Nelson and Tony Walker and the HBO Sports crew, and Bob Bennett of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Once again, thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you at T-Mobile Arena on Saturday night.
Thank you very much, Richard. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Bob Bennett. He's the Executive Director for the Nevada State Athletic Commission to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Eric. Good afternoon. It's certainly a pleasure to be here again. On behalf of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, we'd like to thank Golden Boy Promotions and Triple G Promotions for bringing this tremendous event to the fight capital of the world. We also are honored and privileged to regulate this event, and we embrace the opportunity once again. I should also note we want to recognize Richard Sturm and the MGM for hosting this event. Nobody handles mega events better than the MGM. And of course, HBO for broadcasting the event. In addition to, I don't know if many of you have seen the fight game with Jim Lampley, as well as the 24/7 show leading up to the Canelo Triple G fight. I thought it was really interesting, entertaining, and more importantly, terrific for boxing. And last, but most importantly, I want to thank the fighters, because without the fighters, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you, Bob. The next person I want to bring up really doesn't need an introduction. He's a future Hall of Famer, Golden Boy partner, and has spent some time with the middleweight division. I'm sure he'll have a few words to say about the middleweight division and the fight on Saturday night. Bernard Hopkins. Bernard?
First, I'd like to say to everyone, this is a very, very, not personal, but business. And for Canelo and also for Triple G to be on the stage at this time in the middleweight division history, they get to take it to the next level. So I want to wish both guys not only have a good fight, I wish one to be the winner, that's Canelo. But I wish both guys give what they need to give. So what's in the past, what's been talked about, to me, this in the back. Now we're dealing with the front, going forward. So come September 15th, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be surprised how this fight's going to turn out. So again, thanks for supporting boxing, especially because it's personal middleweight division. Thanks.
Thank you, Bernard. I want to bring up my partner now in this event, our partner, who's done a great job promoting Gennady and making him a star here in the United States. He had the vision way back when he first started working with him, and you know, him along with HBO, they've done a great job and obviously made him a worldwide name. So Tom Loeffler, please come up and say a few words.
Boy, what a long and winding road we went through to get back here a year later for this tremendous rematch. This is the fight that the fans were demanding. This is the fight that Oscar, Eric, all Triple G side worked so hard to put this together. In fact, there was about an hour when Eric gave a deadline that this fight was dead. Luckily, for the fans, for the sport of boxing, with one more concession, we were able to get this fight done, and here we are. One thing might be some back and forth between the two sides, but one thing you have to give both of these warriors credit for. A lot of fighters, especially a lot of top fighters, where Canelo is in the sport and where Triple G is in the sport, not only from a pound-for-pound standpoint as far as being top fighters in the sport, but also from a marketability standpoint. A lot of fighters talk about fighting each other. These two warriors actually now have signed for the second time and will fight each other for a second time this Saturday night on HBO pay-per-view. The first fight pretty much left a lot of fans unsatisfied. A lot of people were demanding to see this rematch, and here we are. I'd like to acknowledge, as Eric has done already before, the sponsors. Tecate is the lead sponsor. Without their support, big events like this wouldn't be possible. This really isn't a boxing match, a world championship boxing match. This transcends not only the sport of boxing, but sports in general. This has become an international event, broadcast in over 160 countries. This is similar to a World Cup event where you have Canelo's fans having their flags at the arena, all the Triple G's fans having their flags. It's going to be a tremendous atmosphere this Saturday night. With that, I also would like to acknowledge Richard Sturm, who was very instrumental helping to put this fight together. I'd like to acknowledge the MGM Resorts as the host, hotel and casinos for this fight. It doesn't get any bigger than this unification title defense for Triple G. It's historic. If he's successful on Saturday night, he's up against the great Bernard Hopkins, the legendary Bernard Hopkins record that really nobody thought anyone would come close to. So this has a lot of ramifications for both sides. Also, Bob Bennett, I'd like to acknowledge the Nevada State Athletic Commission regulating this fight. The main focus, really, from both sides is the health and safety of the fighters. And we acknowledge the Nevada Athletic Commission for helping to make this as level of a playing field as possible. With that, I'd like to bring up somebody that I've known for a long time, someone who, let's say, had a lot of pressure on him, but certainly had big shoes to fill. His father was a pioneer in the sport of boxing. You see the WBC belt right here. I'd like to bring up Mauricio Suleiman, who will present the new WBC belt that will be contested for this Saturday night. Mauricio, you want to come up?
Thank you very much, Tom, Eric. Congratulations. I'm very, very happy, honored. Buenas tardes a todos también. This fight represents the best fight, not only of the year, of this century. To have the two fighters, the two camps, understand the need to give boxing fans the best fight, to understand that they need to do it again after that bell rang on September 16 last year. We all wanted to see what was coming next. I'm very proud of our champion, Gennady Golovkin, who has always been honorable, humble, a great representative of the sport. And I'm very proud of Canelo, who has always been a great representative of the sport and a sportsman. Both camps have gone and they have heated up this fight. And I'm sure that Abel, I'm sure that Chepo and Eddie have prepared their fighters to give the best fight ever in this division. This is Leonard Hagler, Ernst Duran. This is challenging Grandpa Hopkins' record. I like your beard. And I'm just very proud to have the WBC present in this event. As you can see, we have prepared this special belt for September 15. This is the indigents from Chiapas hands making the textile. This has amber, which is only found in Chiapas and in Russia. And it has the heart of Mexico for the winner of September 15. I'd like to thank Tom Loeffler. I'd like to thank Eddie Gomez, my hero Richard Sturm, who's one of the greatest men in boxing and also HBO, who has the best fights. So I'm very happy, very ready, and I'd like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here today and to be present into what is going to be a fight that will be remembered for the ages. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mauricio. Triple G is a proud champion. Only as recent as a couple years ago, it was impossible to get other champions to be in the ring with Triple G. He made his HBO debut September 1st, 2012, almost 6 years to the day from this week here in Las Vegas. Triple G has always been a tremendous fighter, tremendous amateur career, was a world champion, and as soon as we worked out a plan strategically, we approached HBO. It wasn't a hard sell. Said, we have the middleweight champion of the world. He doesn't need a lot of money. He just wants the exposure. He just wants the best fights in boxing. And I just read, I actually lost count, but I just read in an article that since his HBO debut, September 1, 2012, that Triple G has the most fights on the HBO network since that time, 14 fights on HBO. That's a tremendous statement. Some people wonder, how did that happen? Going from 2012, when really not many people here, especially in the United States, knew who Gennady Golovkin was. Many people couldn't even pronounce his name. Lucky for a lot of fans, Triple G is a lot easier to say. And without the support and the platform that HBO has given him, we wouldn't be here today in the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. With that, I'd like to bring up Tony Walker to represent HBO.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Hello, everybody. On behalf of our Executive Vice President, Peter Nelson, and the rest of the HBO Sports staff, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today to discuss what is undoubtedly the biggest boxing match of the year. We're here because of because Tom, Oscar, Canelo, Triple G, and the staffs at Golden Boy and GGG Promotions would not stop until the fight was made. I'd like to thank them for all their efforts in giving us something special to watch on Saturday night. Without a doubt, this is a mega fight in all sense of the word. The Canelo and Triple G have both continued to expand their profiles, their personal brands. They're both known worldwide. And since the fight happened a year ago, there has been no lack of discussion about the rematch. It stayed in the public consciousness. People talk about it all the time. And it's been like LeBron going to LA. It's water cooler talk. I also will be remiss if I didn't thank Mr. Stern from the MGM Grand and his staff. They always make our broadcasts easy to do, and the accommodations are always excellent. I'd like to thank the distributors, the cable, the satellite, and phone companies and the streaming companies who have all done a very good job of marketing the fight and making sure their customers know the fight's happening and how to easily order it. The fight will start at 5 p.m. local time, as Eric said. Suggested retail price is $74.95 for the SD signal and $84.95 for the HD signal. We promise you a great broadcast with our outstanding broadcast team. It's going to be a great night at the T-Mobile, and we really look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. Really appreciate all the efforts, marketing, and help to promote this fight on behalf of HBO. With that, I need to bring up somebody who's been instrumental in Triple G's career, especially as a professional. He's someone that isn't only a member of the Triple G team, but is a member of the Triple G family. It's really a special honor to be involved with the Triple G family. It really isn't a business. It's the focus of everyone makes sacrifice for the best position for Gennady, the best decisions for Gennady, to put him in the biggest fights like we have here. This is really what everyone was striving for, to get to this moment where Gennady Golovkin is in the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. That's not easy to imagine from, again, what I referenced before, where he started out. A lot of people can't even on the team, it's hard to believe, that this Saturday night, it's the biggest fight in the entire sport of boxing. Without the direction, the education, all the life lessons that Abel Sanchez has provided to not only Triple G, but really as a mentor for the entire team. Triple G wouldn't be where he is today. So with that, I'd like to bring up the professor of pugilism, the mad scientist up there at the Summit Gym in Big Bear, California. I'd like to bring up Dr. Abel Sanchez.
Thank you very much for everybody that's here. Thank you to the Golden Boy team, the Canelo team, for making this fight a reality. A lot of things have been said, but the bottom line is, to my left is the unified, undefeated middleweight champion. And in order to take his belt, you're gonna have to fight him. Let's hope that we get the kind of fight that we're being promised on September the 15th from the other side. Thank you.
Thank you, Abel. Before I introduce you to Team Canelo, I just want to give a special thanks to our entire staff at Golden Boy that has worked many, many hours, many sleepless nights. Thank you for your hard work. We're finally here. It takes an army to put these shows together, and I truly appreciate all the work that you guys have put in. So thank you guys very much. All of you guys. You know who you are. The next person I want to bring up has been by Canelo's side since day one. He's molded him into the fighter he is today. They've reached great heights together. He really is, in my mind and many of you in the boxing world, one of the top trainers in the world, if not the best. And this Saturday, he's going to prove he is the best by getting that W against Team Golovkin. I want to bring him up, Mr. Eddie Reynoso. Eddie? And I'll have Gabriel Rivas here translate for him.
Buenas tardes. Pues ya se llegó la fecha, creo que ya falta poquito.
The date is here, a little bit is left.
Hicimos una gran preparación y lo único que este equipo va a hacer el sábado pues es hablar arriba del ring.
We've made a great preparation to show it in the ring.
Pues gracias a toda la prensa que está aquí presente.
you to all the media that's here. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. Sitting right next to Eddie, obviously, is Chepo Reynoso. Chepo, also a big part of the team. I like to say that he's the heart and soul of Team Canelo. And I want him to say a few words. Chepo.
Muy buenas tardes a todos ustedes, gracias por su asistencia y bueno.
Good afternoon to everyone here and thank you for your attendance.
Muchas cosas se hablaron, se dijeron abajo del ring, pero la verdad está por llegar el sábado.
Much has been said outside of the ring, but the truth will arrive this Saturday.
Las palabras salen sobrando, esperemos una gran pelea, una
Words
pelea
aren't needed
histórica
and we expect a great fight.
y que cuando se recuerden peleas históricas siempre se recuerden Golovkin, Canelo, segunda versión.
And when you remember great fights, that you remember Canelo versus Triple G2.
Esperemos que arriba del ring se supere lo que se habló abajo del ring. Muchas gracias.
We hope that in the ring, it exceeds what was said outside of the ring. Thank you.
Well, with that, everyone's had their part in putting this promotion together. And everyone's looking forward to seeing the principals up here. These two are really the individuals that the fans want to see, that the media wants to see, that the world wants to see. So with that, I want to bring up undefeated, unified, middleweight champion of the world, Gennady, Triple G, Golovkin.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to talk a lot before, the town will have a huge date, like September 15, Independence Mexican Day. This is the biggest day for people, for fans, for boxing fans. I'm very happy because I stay here, I feel healthy, I feel not bad. I want to say only thanks. Thanks God who gave me the biggest chance to be here. Thank you promotions, thank you HBO, thank you teams like Golden Boy Promotions, Canelo's teams, thank you my teams who support me, just my side, thank you my fans, just all fans. Just remember September 15 is the biggest day for boxing. Good luck. Thank you. See you September 15.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce you to the biggest star in boxing today. At just 28 years old, he has an astonishing record of 49 wins with 1 loss, 2 draws, and 34 knockouts. He's fought everybody in the sport. Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley, James Kirkland, El Perro Angulo, Austin Trout, Erislandy Lara, Miguel Cotto, and now for a second time, Gennady Golovkin. I want to bring him up to say a few words. Saúl Canelo Alvarez.
Muchas gracias a todos, gracias por estar aquí. Primero que nada, pues ya lo que se dijo, ya lo dije ante todas las cámaras allá atrás. Solamente quiero agradecerle a toda la gente que siempre ha estado apoyándome, a mi equipo de trabajo, a mi familia que siempre han estado aquí.
Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you for your attendance. What I've said has been said throughout the promotion. Thank you to my family, thank you to my team, thank you to everyone.
Ya realmente estoy listo, me preparé muy bien. El sábado 15 de septiembre está a la vuelta de la esquina.
I'm ready and I prepared well to be right back in the ring on September 15th.
Y como ya saben, nunca en mi vida, en lo que he tenido de peleador, me ha gustado hablar. De la misma manera lo digo, el sábado me voy a subir a ganar solamente. Hice mi trabajo, voy a hacer mi trabajo arriba del cuadrilátero y que la gente disfrute de una gran pelea, de una gran victoria para todo México. Gracias.
If you know me through my career, I do not like to talk. I'll do it in the ring, and I hope that everyone enjoys the fight for my fans and for Mexico.
Thank you, Canelo. And with that, guys, I want to thank you all for coming. final press conference. Again, there's still tickets, closed circuit tickets available for the fans that are going to be traveling out on the weekend, or you can watch it on pay-per-view as well. Thank you very much, and we'll have the fighters do their interviews now. Thank you.
Could be a sign. Yeah.
Both is beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, you know, we just finished the press conference. This is the first time you have been in the same room with Canelo, the first time you've seen him since February 27 from the last press conference. When you saw him, tell me, what did you see?
Wow. Yeah, this time was first time for me too, you know, just unbelievable. Just really, I'm very happy because I know this huge level for boxing, you know. I'm very happy because I stay for this level and I have a good fighter. My opponent, you know, is a huge boxer. You know, just I'm very excited because so many people watch this fight, so many countries by this translation. It's an amazing time for us.
Do you regret not doing a face-off?
No, this is the point, you know, just, I know, I see him September 15 or one day before, you know, this is more important.
And when you saw Canelo, we've seen it, he looks a little leaner, his speed is there, his technique is still there. Do you think he'll be able to withstand and take your power when he's in the ring?
No, I'm not thinking about, you know, just, I can't say that before fight, just ask me after fight, I tell you, just, right now, I believe he's ready and I'm ready.
Canelo has been very vocal that he is going to be victorious by a knockout. Talk about your thoughts when you hear that.
This is the biggest fight for us, and I believe we bring biggest gifts to people, like to Mexican people, especially because Independence Mexican Day, and for boxing fans.
Tell your fans why they should tune in September 15th to the biggest fight and the most important fight of your life.
Just welcome to fight. Welcome to September 15th to T-Mobile Arena or watch fight like every HBO. Don't lose this fight. It's an amazing show.
Good luck to you.
Stand right there. Over here. You're gonna look to these cameras right here. Right back here. Ed Mulholland, right there at the red top cap. Over here. Look straight in the middle. Now look straight to the back.
Gennady here.
All right, cool.
Gennady right here.
Gennady, look right here.
Team shot. Gennady.
Right here. All right, one last time. Look straight right here in the middle. Great. You want to see back on? See? Okay, you're good. Look right here. Last one. All right, you're good. Thank you.
All right, guys, well, obviously Saturday is going to be a very special day, but now a little bit more special knowing that it has sold out. So if you were planning on getting your tickets, no shot, it's not going to happen anymore. So now what does that mean to you, that the event has sold out for Saturday?
No, realmente es una gran motivación para mí, es un gran sentimiento de saber que mucha gente disfrutará de esta pelea y pues es una motivación más.
He said it's definitely a lot more motivation, and he appreciates that people are going to really enjoy this fight a lot more, and in reality it really just motivates him a lot more. Y pues we're saying a lot of the same things, estamos diciendo mucho del mismo, and they keep saying that
Down, 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 down. Down in front. Thank you.
Glasses.
Those glasses,
Ponte ahí en el centro.
Thank you.
Mira derecho para el centro. Mira para atrás.
Carlos Irrustra.
Con el equipo. Con el equipo.
Eddie. Chepo. Eddie.
Ok, mira para atrás. Para atrás. Para atrás.
Hey.
Yeah, done? Okay.
Gracias. Eddie. Carlos.
Hey, finger.